Hey there, Doughboy here, and today on Hardcore Academy I have a crazy Star Wars theory for you. Let me just start out by saying I don't really think this is the case. I am 99.9% sure this theory probably isn't true. But it's just something I came up with as a possibility for the identity of Supreme Leader Snoke in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. A lot of people have said that Supreme Leader Snoke is probably Darth Plagueis, due to several bits of evidence that point toward it, such as the companion novel of The Force Awakens saying that Snoke has been around since before the fall of the Empire, and I believe also before the Clone Wars. Also, the main point of evidence that points towards this is the music that plays when Snoke appears is almost exactly the same as the music that plays when Chancellor Palpatine is explaining the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No.
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No.
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life.
The Wise, which has also been used when Kylo Ren is talking about his master, referring to him as being wise. However, Darth Plagueis has always been described as being immune, a race of tall, long-skulled beings that are good with numbers and are in charge of the banks in the Star Wars universe. And Snoke looks nothing like immune. But also, he was only really mentioned as being immune in the Star Wars Extended Universe, which is now known as Legends, and is no longer canon to the overall story of Star Wars. So him being immune might no longer be the case. But I have also seen other theories as to whom Snoke may be, such as him being Darth Vader or a clone of Darth Vader. Much of what gives this theory any possibility is that the scar on his head lines up very similarly with the scar on Darth Vader's head. And the burned cheek could also be due to him being burnt to a crispy Anakin, or possibly from the fire that burned his almost lifeless body at the end of the original trilogy. And I really gotta say, these scars do match up fairly well. Not perfectly, but pretty close. Though those scars on Snoke could also be due to a lightsaber battle with his apprentice, Darth Sidious, aka Chancellor Palpatine, aka the Emperor, where the apprentice believed he killed his master, Darth Plagueis. I propose the idea that Supreme Leader Snoke is both Darth Plagueis and Darth Vader. How is this possible? I know it sounds crazy. In Season 4, Episode 15 of the Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series, titled Deception, Obi-Wan Kenobi fakes his death and uses a nanotechnology disguise to make himself appear as the bounty hunter who thought he had killed him, in order to foil a separatist plot to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine. These nanobots physically changed Obi-Wan's appearance, and everything was copied right down to the tattoos of the bounty hunter. Similar nanodroids have also been used in several other episodes of the Clone Wars, such as being used to modify other life forms for warfare, and some were even used as bombs that were so small that someone could eat them and not even notice and become the bomb themselves. Nanodroids such as these were also used in a D&D style game in the Star Wars Game Master Handbook, and also in Star Wars Legends. These were called nanogene droids, which were highly expensive and experimental technology that could alter a living organism on the molecular level. They had some unusual side effects and were later abandoned by the New Order. The project was later continued by a scientist called Urus, who used the technology on the planet Vursbane to alter the genetic structure of the planet's inhabitants to turn them into mindless zombies. So, what if Darth Plagueis took this technology and over the years perfected it to make himself stronger? Darth Plagueis was already one of the most powerful Force users in the galaxy. He had the ability to create life. But when Anakin Skywalker was tested, it was discovered that he had the highest midichlorian count of any known Force user. So it is natural that a Sith like Darth Plagueis would want this power. Using these nanogene droids, Darth Plagueis could copy Darth Vader's genetic code and bring that power into himself. And it could also attempt to literally change him physically into Darth Vader, as shown in the Clone Wars animated series. And though Snoke does not look exactly like Darth Vader, he doesn't exactly look human for that matter. It could be possible that he is a Mune that attempted to change his DNA into human DNA. But like I said at the beginning of this video, it's a pretty crazy theory, and I am very sure it isn't the case. I'm just saying that if I was a super powerful Sith Lord, that's exactly what I would do. Leave your thoughts or questions in the comments below, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. This has been Doughboy with Hardcore Academy, and peace out.